Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy T, and I got Mark behind the camera.
Hey there.
And we're coming to you with another monumental episode of the Road to 100K!
So what number are we on now?
I think we're on about number 12, so you know, the hauls are getting up there, we're getting up there. So we got a lot of great books for you guys, man. We'll be right back with them. So we got lots of good books for you. There wasn't too many key stuff happening in the universes this week, but still got a lot of great pickups.
That's a big stack there.
Yeah, it's a pretty big stack. You know, it's the usual. I kind of did pretty good this week. The first book I picked up was Avengers Number 679. I just grabbed this book because that No Surrender storyline has been really hot. There's been a lot of good firsts. I actually believe that this is the first Challenger book. I seen it go for as much as 12. But the most recent sales were only like in about the 7 to 10 range. But yeah, this is a good series and a lot of stuff's been going on in it, so I figured why not keep the little run of it. That's the No Surrender series. The next book I picked up, because the Avengers No Surrender series is on a weekly thing, is Avengers Number 680. Like I said, this is a bi-weekly show. They're doing this series weekly, so I'm going to keep picking them up, at least till the No Surrender's over. I don't think anything too big happened in this, but because of it, it's really rare, and a lot of people are really clamoring over these now, so I'm happy to have it.
Those Brooks covers are beautiful.
Yeah, too. And the Brooks covers, like, oh, sorry, I neglected the cover art. Like, the Brooks covers on this whole series has been awesome so far. Actually, Brooks has been killing it in general on all of his stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely got a distinct style.
Mm-hmm. The next book I picked up was Dark Knight's Rising, The Wild Hunt. This is just to keep in with the foil metal tie-ins I've been grabbing. I don't think there's always new villains introduced in these books. Whether they'll go anywhere, who knows. Significant death in this book, but other than that, just to keep my metal set because I do like it going, I thought why not collect that.
Shiny things.
Shiny things for me. The next book I picked up, again, has no real significance. Like I said, there wasn't really too much significance, but that is Batman White Knight number 5. I actually got the regular cover A on this one because it's the regular Sean Murphy cover, but you get like the Neo Joker on the cover. So I figured, hey man, like if Neo Joker becomes what I think, because, you know, Joker, and then it's a Harley character, so you know they're going to keep it going. So I figure this series where her first appearance, that whole thing as a set would be worth it to have, so I'm not going to collect both covers. I like the covers with the Neo Joker on it, so. The next book I picked up was Action Comics number 997. This is the Carrie Andrews B cover. I thought it was really awesome, man. I think like Superman looks really cool and painted. I love how he's just kind of flying there. I love the flag. Like, it's awesome. This is a really cool Carrie Andrews cover.
It's a beautiful cover. I missed picking that up.
Oh, did you miss picking it up? I've still seen them some places. It's not really going for anything.
It's not rare or anything. Yeah, it's just a cool cover.
Yeah, exactly. It's just really neat. Next book I picked up also isn't really going for anything, and that is Batman number 40. This is the Copial cover. He's been doing pretty good on these. I'm not 100% a fan of Wonder Woman's face in this cover. It's okay.
So you're a butterface.
Exactly. Her face is a little... No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I do like the Copial covers, so I figured... I think he's only on I don't know if he's on like an epic like Frank Cho on Harley run, so I figured I might as well just keep up with those for now. Next book I picked up is going for about 20 on eBay so far, and that is the Deja Thoris number 1. This is the Frank Cho Virgin variant. I'll hold
That's a better way to show it.
Yeah, exactly. I really like this cover. This is a 1 to 20, I believe. Whoa, baby's got back on this, man. Like, that is some thick Cho-ness. Come on, like, I love this cover. Hopefully I get to meet Cho, get a nice Virgin signed. I liked it, so I grabbed it.
I missed it because Gil grabbed the one I was going after.
Did you at least get the variant with the trade dressing of this?
I did, but I want the Virgin one.
I hear you.
I'll have to hunt it in the secondary. But Gil beat me to it.
Gil, I know he's fast on those, man. Sometimes he's too fast. But
actually, the worst part is he had me ask the store owner to put it aside for him.
For him? Oh, and then you didn't. Oh,
I didn't see what it looked like. So you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, that's what happens. The next book I picked up is going for about $35 to $40 on eBay, and that is the 1 to 30 J. Scott Campbell Virgin variant of that Deja Thoris #1. I don't know why I continue to be a sucker for Campbell stuff. I know. I just figure he's so big right now, and I actually still enjoy some of it, so as derivative as it is, or as usual as it is, I do like it. And I actually do like this cover in the outfit, and I do like its virginity. I don't, that sounded bad. But I do like the fact that it's a virgin cover, because usually I do enjoy trade dressings a little more. But on these two, I actually didn't mind the virgins, so. The next book I picked up is not really going for anything either, and that is Harley Quinn number 36. This is the Frank Cho variant. I've been keeping up on the Frank Cho variants. I gotta be honest, it's not really one of my favorites, but again, I'm gonna keep that whole set going. I've picked up so many. Week? I think this might be from last week, because where I got it, they didn't have mine.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think the one from this week she's in. I don't know if I included it yet, but yeah, I think this is last week's. Okay. It's just okay. The next book I picked up really isn't, and this is a common theme this week, unfortunately. This book isn't really going for anything, but it is the Punisher 221. I've really been liking the Clayton Crane Punisher covers, so I've actually been collecting them, you know what I mean? There's not really very much special about them. I just really like Clayton Crane, and for cover price, I figured why not. Plus, it's a pretty cool cover of Punisher and War Machine, man. I like him in the Iron Man armor, so.
Is he still Punisher, War Machine?
I don't know if, well, I'm assuming, and it looks like he's even got the skull on the War Machine, which is kind of neat. So, you know, I thought it was pretty cool. I actually haven't read them yet, so I don't know if he's really cool in the suit, but I'd assume it must be alright.
He's got a built-in gun, how bad can it be?
Yeah, exactly. The next book I picked up is going for about $6, and I know that isn't very much. Usually I have much more, but it's still going for double cover, so I thought I'd mention it, and that is Suicide Squad number 35. This is the Andrea Sorrentino variant. It just looks really weird and creepy. I love the scratchiness of it.
It's kind of like a Sienkiewicz cover.
Yeah, it's totally Sienkiewicz-esque, in my opinion. And I really started to like Sorrentino back in the Green Arrow run. Yeah, Green Arrow run, where he introduces that Komodo villain. It was a really big book for a minute there. His art on that run was amazing. So once I heard that he did this cover and it looks pretty cool and like creepy, like Harley actually looks creepy in it, so I thought it was neat.
Too much like Sienkiewicz, and I can't say I'm a huge fan. I know people are going nuts for him these days. But
I know. And honestly, a lot of the Sienkiewicz covers aren't that nice, and I agree that is very, very Sienkiewicz, so if you're like averse to the rip-offs, then you probably wouldn't like that, because it does look very ripped off, but I enjoyed it, so for cover price. Next book I picked up really isn't going for anything, as another current book, but it is Supergirl 18, the Art Germ variant. Wow, man, this is one of my favorite ones so far. I love the 50 pinup style. I love how she's even got the 50s costume on, booty shorts, booty tooching. Like, it doesn't even look too anime. It looks, I think this is one of the, in my opinion, it's one of the betters.
It is, and I like how he's taking the different eras of Supergirl for every different cover.
Oh, that's what he has been doing that. Okay, I didn't really make that connection.
Kind of like a homage to the Supergirl #1.
Oh, because even the pose that she's in. I noticed that this looked iconic, this pose. Like,
and it's more like a good girl cover type art.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I do. I love this, man. This might be, I mean, there's probably about 3 of them that are really my favorites. Although, I'm keeping the set.
Yes. And I think he's only got 2 more after this.
Yeah.
20 is the last one on the run. So.
He's almost done. So
mental note, cancel after 20.
Exactly. The next book really isn't going for anything, and that is The Walking Dead number 176. This is we were just talking about Sienkiewicz, and now you get to hear Mark kind of contradict himself, because I know he likes this.
This is what I like.
I know. There's always the exceptions. I'm not trying to bust your chops. There's always the exceptions. But yeah, this is a pretty good Sienkiewicz cover. Did you like it?
I did, actually, and I bought 2. But the one before it was horrible, and I have to say the previous, and I saw in the previews the next 3, and I can't say I like those either.
Oh, really? So this was the only good one in your opinion?
Yeah, so far.
And I think he's doing like 12.
Yeah, I heard.
So, if you want sets, man, you're going to have a lot of bad Psycho Mage.
And I'm a Walking Dead completist, and I get 2 of every cover.
And you're going to have to get them all. That's harsh. But I like this one. Personally, I know this... Okay, so I will agree with Mark. This one is way nicer than the Rick one. But I like it. I like them side by side. I think it'll look cool when you have all the major characters.
Did you see the next previews of the next 3?
Mm-mm.
They look horrible.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well... I haven't seen them yet, so maybe I won't see them until they're there. Maybe I won't be able to complete it.
My wallet's like Walking Dead out.
No, but I didn't mind that one. That's pretty good. Michonne cover there. Next book I picked up really isn't going for anything, and that is Wonder Woman number 40. This is the Jenny Friesen cover. This is actually one of my favorites in the series so far. Personally, I think the face looks amazing.
I thought so too until I saw it in person. And I don't know. I was really excited when I saw the preview, and then seeing her face doesn't look quite right. Jenny Friesen's really hit and miss on the face. For me. I like the motif with the feathers and all that.
Yeah, and you might be right. Like maybe it isn't Wonder Woman-esque. I like the face that she drew. I know maybe you're like, well, it doesn't really look Wonder Woman-esque,
but
right?
It looks kind of awkward the way she's drawn. That's just me, though.
No, hey, man, to each his own. And personally, there's some of them that I don't like necessarily that other people thought were good. I personally think this one's good.
But that last one, I think it was 2 issues ago with the feathers and it was a black cover.
That was nicer than this. But I actually, I didn't mind this one.
But you put the 2 together in that this is one of the negative space to that, so.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying, and I kind of agree, but again...
Friesen Wonder Woman.
And I don't even collect them all. So, like, I actually grabbed this one because I did like it, even though I know she is hit and miss for so many people, so...
Most of the time I find her a miss, but that's just me.
One thing I really like about her is her eyes, how she does the eyes. I don't know. They're really crystal clear and blue. I don't know. Next, we're just going to go through some random pickups. The first book I picked up was continuing with my Amazing Spider-Man collection of the number 1s. I picked up Amazing Spider-Man number 1. This is from the 2014 series again. This is the 1/75 Ed McGuinness variant. So, I mean, if you bought these the day they came out, you're crying right now. Because you can pick a lot of these up for $5 now. I ordered them, so I actually just got the ratios and just kept them. So
and there's so many of them.
Oh, that's why the 1/75s are $5. Like, that's ridiculous. The 1/50 Alex Rosses are like 10. Like, where do they do that at? Nowhere. But still, being a little bit of a completist for the Amazing Spider-Man number 1s, I would like to get them all eventually. I thought this was a good pickup, and it's actually an okay cover. It's not bad. The next book I picked up is going for about $75 on eBay, and it's not nice. It's not nice. It's not new, but I still told you about it anyways. That is The Amazing Spider-Man Dark Reign: The List. This is the 1/100 Frank Cho hero variant.
Nice.
I thought this was an amazing thing. When I found it like nice and white, I heard that Cho might be around someday, so I'm keeping this close at hand.
He's not very bottom heavy either.
No, exactly, in some of his stuff. But I thought this was pretty good rare. I think I do have the 1/200 somewhere. It's a Green Goblin image, but this with the Spidey Man, oh, I love this cover. And it's a pretty good book, so I'm happy to have it.
Well, maybe we'll get that signed for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping after you do your, you gotta let Mark scrutinize the books first. That's how you get the good grades, so.
But if, I think Gil's definitely doing Torpedo in March. I'm 50-50.
You're 50-50 on it? Hey, man, you should head down. I know how it is, though. The next book I picked up was continuing on to my Adam Hughes, and that is Catwoman number 73. Just another Adam Hughes cover, always trying to complete the Catwomans. I really like almost all of the covers in the series, so this one's pretty cool, the way she's jumping out. I like how he does that gritty look on her face, like on a lot of them. She definitely looks like, which is kind of neat, so, just another Adam Hughes.
Just another Adam Hughes.
I know. I should be slapped, I know.
No, I have the entire run of Catwoman. It took me a little while to put it together, and of course, the last one was the most expensive.
The 53, the placard one? Or 51, sorry, with the placard.
But a friend of mine gave me a sort of a deal. We'll call it a sort of a deal.
Sweet.
Placeholder.
Sort of a deal. Is that Raheem?
Yes.
Whenever you hear sort of a deal, look for our buddy Ray. No, I'm playing. The next book I picked... You know what the funny thing is? The next book I picked up from Ray. and that is Spawn 280. This is the Francesco Mattina limited variant. This was limited to 666 copies.
But it's the 661st because it's probably where you photocopied it.
Yeah, exactly. So this is, yeah, that's what we're talking about. But yeah, man, I really loved this cover. I was really happy to have it. When we had our show on February 3rd there, I picked it up from one of the dealers there. You know, I didn't really have as deep pockets as usual, but I can't leave empty-handed. So I did want this cover. I missed
the pre-sale too, so
I did miss the pre-sale, so unfortunately, and I still got it for a decent deal. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say I got a smoking deal, but I didn't overpay either.
And if it's for PC, and
exactly,
you're not flipping it, so.
And he even had the Virgin, but I like the trade dressing. I know for the Chosen stuff, I ordered enough, so I got those for cheap. But generally, if I'm going to spend some extra money, I do prefer the trade dressing, just so I know what comic it is. I know the rarity factor, trust me, but I like it.
I feel ripped off if I don't have a trade dressing.
I almost do too. And sometimes when I look back at the book, I have to ask myself what it even is. Like,
it's like the black and whites. When they make the black and whites rarer than the color, and I feel ripped off if I don't get the color.
The next book I picked up is not really going for anything, and that is the Post Office reprint of Action Comics #1. This is about a $5 or $10 book, but hey man, what better homage than just like the straight reprint? It looks, I know this takes away from it looking like an Action #1, but I thought it was neat.
Is that the U.S. Postal Service or is it Canadian?
I believe this is the U.S. Yep, the United States Postal Service. Yeah, it's cool.
When did that come out?
I think it came out in like 98.
Sweet.
So it's a little bit old. I actually picked it up from Martin in the Spider Basement that day. Okay. Remember, he had all the books because he was like, you can take these for half price. Yeah. So I picked it up. I thought it was neat, and yeah, I'm still happy to have it. Yeah. So
spiders and all.
Exactly. The next book I picked up at one of the cons, and it's going for about 20, but I bought it for 20, and that is the Chad Harden Art of Harley Quinn sketchbook. As you can see right now, it's blank. I did get it signed by Chad Harden, but I have a total plan to get a sketch on this. I was totally bummed because I had heard some sort of rumor that he was like done doing sketches, but then I heard that wasn't true. So he was done at that con because he was
done doing commissions.
Oh, he's done doing commissions.
But because I had that problem too, because I didn't get to him early enough. And he's done taking a commissions request. But he said if I bought the book, he'd do a quick sketch, so that's what he did for me.
Oh, okay. So then maybe when I see him again, he'll put a sketch on there for me.
Lucky for you, he's showing up again this year.
Oh, is he coming? Yeah, so let's go. So, hey man, there might be an addendum or an amendment to this when I show you this, hopefully sketched up. The next book I picked up is going for about 8 to 10 and going for as much as 20. The most recent sale was 20, but the rest were 8 to 10. And that is G.I. Joe number 226. And the only reason why I found out about this was because recently with the whole new female Snake Eyes thing, this issue is actually the issue with the first appearance of Don Moreno. Not as female Snake Eyes, but just as Don Moreno. So I don't know, it's kind of minor, but I found the action figure variant somewhere and it was going for 20 and it's the first. So
was that in the deep?
This was, no, it wasn't in a deep, it was just in a box. So I just had, because remember I had a bunch of G.I. Joe variants and I was just selling them for $3 because, you know, there was no female Snake Eyes yet. So
pre-female Snake Eyes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it was a cool little find. I looked in, cool.
I bought it for the cover.
Oh, did you?
When it came out.
Oh, there's nothing, you love G.I. Joe, you've always collected it, so trust me.
I love the action figure covers.
I got my Ninja, hey, we all have our things. That's what makes the hobby great and you get to hear different things from different people. So, but hey, just digging this first out, I was like, hey man, first appearance, keeping it.
You heard it here first, by the way, people.
What, Don Moreno, first appearance in this book? Exactly, man.
I haven't seen anybody else post that. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No? Cool.
So once again,
you heard it here first.
Breaking news, exclusive, red alert.
Exactly. Hot book alert. Hot book alert.
Thanks, Mercenot.
Exactly. The next book I picked up is The Amazing Spider-Man 137, just like a little bit of an older key. This is the second appearance of the Green Goblin 2, Harry Osborn, I believe. Yes. Yeah, so, you know, second appearance. I would never really collect up. I don't really go for subsequent appearances, but some of the bigger characters, I will just grab a second or a third. I usually try to stay away from the fourths, unless they're still rare. But I don't mind a second and a third if it's like Doctor Strange. Like, I'm happy to get his second and his third, right? Like,
well, even Punisher, like a couple
yeah,
of
exactly. Yeah. There's
most people can't afford the.
There's definitely
129 in this day and age.
Exactly.
135 is completely attainable.
Exactly. And so, yeah, I just grabbed it because of that, and I thought it was a cool book. Again, old school Spidey, so always awesome. So I picked that up.
Never get wrong with Spider-Man, right?
No, I love him, man. You know, he's my guy. The next book I picked up was DC Comics Presents Superman and Green Lantern number 26. This is the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. Yeah, it's
Cyborg.
Yeah, exactly. Starfire, Cyborg, and Raven is the first.
Coming off of the Justice League movie, Good, Bad, or Indifferent.
Oh yeah, I guess that this is a pretty good thing. I'm not as excited because it's a little bit of a lower grade copy, but I found it for cheap, so I figured to throw it in. This is a placeholder, but it's still pretty nice.
Newsstand.
And it's newsstand. You see that? I don't even pay attention. Yeah. No, I'm just playing. Hey man, the rarer the better. As long as I don't pay newsstand prices for newsstands, then I'm happy with them. So yeah, that was pretty good. You know, first new Teen Titans, awesome. The last book I picked up was kind of an older book I picked up too, and that is the Fantastic Four number 54. This is just a nice Silver Age book. I really like it. It's old. I like how the characters are on the sides. I do like the way it looks. This is also the third appearance of the Black Panther. So yeah, I know that's minor. It's a third, but when you get to some of these older Silver Age books, I'm still happy to have them. It's a pretty old book, and yeah, I love it. So that's about it for the haul this week, man. That's the end of the books. So yeah, thanks for joining it. Well, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for joining us for another episode of The Road to 100K. We had some really good books in there, and today's total is 8280, man.
Wow.
We broke the $8,000 mark, especially with that Fantastic Four and that Spidey. Those were a couple $100 books, so that was pretty awesome. Yeah, man, we're building up there. Before you know it, we're going to be at 10K, man, 1/10 through the series.
And then what are we going to do when you hit?
When I hit 100K? Shoot, I don't know, but that's going to be a good problem to have. That's going to be a good problem to have. But, hey, man, if you guys really like these videos, make sure you like, subscribe. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for everybody who subscribed thus far. We got SaddleCityComics.com up and running. Make sure you stop by there and check out some books. We got other hauls. We got the Gil Torpedo stuff with the CGC. We got On the Hunt. Make sure you check out everything, man. I will see you next time. That's bye for now. I got Mark with me.
Thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.
See you next time, guys. Oh, and before he hits that, I just want to let you know that we are going to have a prize for the 200 subscriber count. So the closer we get and the quicker we get there, man, we're going to have a good thing for you. So keep tuning in and keep checking us out.
Keep the good comments and the good vibes coming. Talk to you soon.